Hey there everybody, my name is Jed Johnson. If you're checking this video out on YouTube, what you want to do is click the link below. This is actually a video that's part of a much larger article for protecting the elbow for javelin throwers. And it's up on the site of one of my good buddies, Matt Ellis at Primal ATC. So make sure you click the link below. If you're there right now, then this is what you're going to learn about. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about how you can take some simple surgical tubing and turn it into a really nice tool that you can use for a very specific warm-up. Warm-up's very important. I've detailed more of that here in the article, but there's more to it than just getting loose. You've got to also warm up the specific muscles that you're going to be using in the javelin throw, and in particular, the muscles that are going to protect your elbow. So the first thing you want to do is get some surgical tubing. You can get these at pharmacies. If it's too expensive, what you can also do is go on Amazon and buy surgical tubing, and it'll come on a spool just like this. Generally, the darker the color, the stronger resistance level of the tubing. But that's what I did. This stuff has lasted me for a few years, and I've made lots of items just like this for some of my younger relatives who play sports to help protect their arms as well. But what you want to do is cut off maybe 6 feet of the tubing and then tie a couple of loops in the ends of the tubing. And all this is just a double knot. You make one knot, leave a little extra, tie one more knot, and it should stay there pretty well. Alright, so what you're going to start out with is some simple movements for the shoulder. Now there's lots of different things you can do for your shoulder, and remember at this point you would have already done a bunch of general warm-ups, so we're going to get specific here, and it's going to be primarily for the back of the shoulder and upper torso in order to treat those muscles directly. So the first thing you're going to do is point your palms up, have the thumbs pointed out, and you're going to pull on the tubing in an external rotation. So just like this. Nice and slow, not too rushed. If you do it too quick, you're not getting any tension in the muscles, you're not warming them up properly, and you want the resistance level of what you're using to be fairly light so that it's concentrated on the smaller muscles of the shoulder and the muscles that help control the shoulder blade. So that'll help you get warmed up there, and also you can take and just straighten the arms out. This is called a pull apart, and you just separate the hands and flex the muscles of the upper back a little bit when you get to this point. Now, that's going to hit your shoulders. You can do other stuff too. But let's move on to the elbow specific work that you're going to do. You're going to need a fence or some other kind of structure. Maybe even a partner could hold this for you. But it's real easy. You can just loop it around. I'm going to use a squat cage. Just loop it through there. And then, so that's what the one loop is for. Then your other loop is here to hold on to. You don't need the loop on this end. You can just hold the tubing. That's fine. So stand in a position where the resistance is appreciable, but it's not going to be so hard that you can't complete a full range of motion. Because what you want to do, and you want to turn the hand over all the way in order to work the finer muscles of the elbow and forearm. You can vary this up, you can vary the difficulty level of the movement by either straightening or bending the elbow, okay? The next thing you want to do, grip it again, and then you're going to start with the arm, with the hand pointed towards the ground, and then you're going to rotate it up to the sky. Alright, so this is the act of supinating the forearm. The other one was pronating the forearm. But these are both great ways to get the forearm and the elbow warmed up. Okay, you want to get those warmed up. You don't want to be throwing with cold tendons and ligaments. That's how you're going to really cause damage. Get them warmed up first in order to prolong your season and improve your performance. And then the next thing that you can do is just completely straighten your arm and just circumduct the wrist. Move around in circles, different directions. You can actually face the anchor point and rotate like that. But what this does is this is going to warm up all the muscles in the wrist and forearm and elbow very well, because the muscles work together in order to perform that movement pattern. So those are just a few things that you can do. It's going to take you maybe a minute or 2 minutes. You want to look at 15 to 20 repetitions for each one of these positions, and it's going to help you out greatly towards keeping your forearms and your elbow areas safer and healthier for performing well on the javelin throw. Any questions, please feel free to leave a comment below. And again, if you're watching on YouTube, make sure to subscribe and click the link in the description box so you can read the rest of the article, because this is only a fraction of what I put together. Alright, thanks for watching and all the best for your training. Take care.